Have you noticed how things are progressing so fast around us, especially this past week? It seems like the four horses carrying the first four seals of the apocalypse are fully saddled and getting harder to contain in the stalls. For instance, this past week on the global scene, there were more and bolder talks about the use of nuclear talk. It's in the open right now. Last Tuesday and Wednesday, for the first time, Ukraine fired US and British long-range missiles into Russia. This, I want to tell you, is a major escalation because back in September 13, Putin said that using such weapons into his territory will be interpreted as an act of war from the US, and other countries will provide such weapons. So in response to the attack on Tuesday, 2 days later, on Thursday, in a televised message, Russian President Vladimir Putin said that Moscow now has the right to strike military targets of countries who have supplied weapons to Ukraine, just like the US. Because of this, he says that he has now revised his nuclear doctrine. What does that mean? It means that Russia lowered the threshold for the use of nuclear weapons. He believes that he has now the right to use it to protect his country's sovereignty. He believes the red line has been crossed, so he can actually use them. On the same day, Thursday, by the way, for the first time, Russia fired intercontinental ballistic missiles into Ukraine. This is a ballistic missile with a range greater than 5,500 kilometers, primarily designed for nuclear weapons delivery. They did not carry any, nuclear weapons, but it was a warning. See how close we are to the times that Yeshua is coming? All this telling us that he may come very, very soon. According to the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists, I don't know if you remember, this is a group of university professors and other scholars. This group actually was founded by Albert Einstein. They have, for this year, these are the ones who set the doomsday clock to 90 seconds to midnight. In a message given yesterday, they report that the geopolitical tensions are in their highest in decades. And they remind us that today 9 countries are now possessing nearly 10,000 nuclear weapons, enough to blow the earth, by the way, many times, and that they are getting better of using it, that is, at using it. So this world appears fixed in forward gear with no reverse or brake possibility, going down the highway to Armageddon with the gas pedal stuck to the floor. But Armageddon is not yet. It will happen only when the Lord says it will happen, right? But what we're seeing are those countries which will play a role in the end times as prophesied by the prophets in the Bible, and they are now there getting ready to fight. So next year seems to be a very exciting year that is coming, 2025. It looks like it will be a major turning point with all the major government changes that occurred this year, especially with the presidential inauguration with Donald Trump and his appearance in the world scene. I want to tell you that his return is not only marking major political waves or doing major political waves that is in the US, but many important nations in the world have reacted actually to his second coming. If we can call it his second coming, by the way. And Trump, by the way, has been vocal in wanting to flex his US full military and economic muscles. By the way, this is a world power, and the world is watching. Again, the coming year is very exciting. After our study of Exodus, we will revisit Bible end-time prophecies and highlight those prophets like Joel and Zephaniah who have so much to say about the time we are now living in.